Good day. As many of you who follow this channel will know, I have discussed in earlier programs over the course of the impeachment proceedings brought by the Democrats against Donald Trump, my view that the impeachment proceedings, whilst outwardly a battle between the Democrats and Donald Trump, were in reality more a struggle for control of the Republican Party between Donald Trump and his followers and the Republican congressional leadership concentrated around Senator Mitch McConnell. There was, in fact, much indications of this. There were reports in the New York Times, never denied by McConnell or his office, that McConnell actually welcomed the impeachment and saw the impeachment as a good way of purging Donald Trump from the Republican Party. And of course, we saw people like Liz Cheney, who's clearly part of the Republican establishment, supporting the impeachment in the House of Representatives, and certain Republican senators such as Romney and Collins and Mercouris also supporting the impeachment in the Senate. I also said right from the start that it was clear to me that the McConnell side was losing this battle and that Trump and his followers were winning. This became immediately clear when the House of Representatives voted on the Democrats' impeachment article. Only 10 House Republicans, led by Liz Cheney, supported that article, supported that impeachment, and the vast bulk of the Republican Party, on the contrary, voted against it. From that moment, it also became clear that the Republican base in the country was rallying behind Donald Trump and was opposing the impeachment. Mitch McConnell, who is nothing if not a wily operator, grasped the point instantly. He quickly took the step of delaying the impeachment until after the inauguration, when Donald Trump would cease to be president, and then used the fact that Donald Trump was no longer president to vote against the impeachment on the grounds that the impeachment had become unconstitutional. I have discussed and pointed out in previous programs that this was a McConnell's way of getting himself out of the difficult situation in which he had found himself in by opposing an impeachment which he had previously indicated that he would support. I would also add that it's absolutely clear to me, and has been pretty much from the outset, that the Democrats would not have proceeded with this impeachment had they not received some sort of assurances from McConnell and from other members of the Republican leadership in Congress that a large group of Republicans would support it in the Senate. I don't believe that the Democrats thought that the impeachment would fail. I think, on the contrary, they thought that it had a real prospect of success. I think they imagined that deals had been done, and it was partly for that reason that they, first of all, brought forward this impeachment, and secondly, failed to prepare for it in any coherent or effective way. Well, here we are, and it's now become clear that Donald Trump has not only won the impeachment battle with the Democrats, but he's won the impeachment battle with Mitch McConnell and the congressional leadership of his party. McConnell, in a recent interview, has now pulled up the white flag. He has said that if Donald Trump becomes the Republican Party's nominee for the presidency in 2024, Mitch McConnell will absolutely support Donald Trump. This is after saying or hinting through the media that he welcomed the impeachment so that he could purge Donald Trump from the Republican Party. And it is also after that extraordinary speech that McConnell made on the Senate floor when he tried to reconcile the hardline anti-Trump Republicans and the Democrats to the fact that he was voting against the impeachment by sounding off against Donald Trump and blaming Donald Trump for the events which took place on Capitol Hill on the 6th of January. So, an abject, complete surrender by Mitch McConnell, one carried out in humiliating terms. I would add, by the way, that this affair has once again underscored the extent to which the Republican base not only supports Donald Trump, but that the Republican leadership in Congress, which opposes him, is becoming isolated within the Republican Party. As the Federalist correctly said, there is no actual civil war in the Republican Party. Rather, there has been a factional fight between the overwhelming majority of Republicans and a tiny clique led by Mitch McConnell in Congress, which has never been reconciled to Donald Trump from the first moment when he appeared on the political scene back in 2015. I'm going to add another point, which is about Donald Trump himself. This is that he has actually played this battle with great skill. During the impeachment proceedings, Trump himself was careful to remain completely silent and not comment on them in any important public way. I think many people found that surprising, and of course it went against the advice of his former associate Steve Bannon, who wanted Trump to go to the Senate and defend himself there and try and turn the impeachment trial into an attack on his enemies. Donald Trump was far too astute to fall for that. As somebody who I think is fully aware both of the extent of his political strength amongst Republicans in the country, and who has also undoubted and great experience of the litigation process, I think Donald Trump realized that his best tactic was silence, and a silence which would leave the Democratic case against him in the impeachment hearing to fall apart, leaving the Republicans who were determined to vote for it looking isolated and foolish. Donald Trump is an extraordinary political force. His tactical astuteness is consistently underestimated by his political enemies. But on this occasion, especially, he has played an extremely clever hand supremely well. Where does this leave us? Mitch McConnell obviously is in reality no more reconciled to Donald Trump than he ever was. It's not impossible that over the next few months and weeks, we will see more attempts by the anti-Trump Republicans in the Republican Party to organize against Donald Trump. I have to say, however, that McConnell's statement that he would absolutely back Donald Trump if Donald Trump became the Republican Party's nominee in the election of 2024, to my mind, makes it extremely likely, perhaps even overwhelmingly likely, that Donald Trump will be that candidate and will face no challenge. Every Republican hopeful now knows that Donald Trump not only has the support of the Republican Party base, making any primary challenge against him supremely difficult, but that he also has the acquiescence of the Republican Party's de facto leader in Congress, Mitch McConnell, and that, in effect, any attempt to try to push Donald Trump aside in the nomination process will be unwelcome and will not be supported either by Republicans in the country or by the Republican leadership in the Congress. So we will see what happens. But on top, this comes, of course, on top of the unraveling of the Lincoln Project, that bizarre confection of extreme anti-Trump Republicans who fought a guerrilla war against Donald Trump during the election and after. So, as of now, Donald Trump, without saying very much at all, has ended up the winner, the absolute and categorical and unqualified winner in a Republican Civil War that never properly got started. A testament to his political strength and enduring popularity amongst Republicans in the country, to his tactical astuteness, and proof that sometimes silence is golden and the most powerful weapon of all in politics. Thank you very much for joining me in this program. Please check us out on our other channels. You'll find links under this video. That's our main channel, the Duran, where I appear and also do live streams with my friend and colleague Alex Christoforou. Alex's own channel, and a new channel in which we are which we're producing, which will show interactions between us and you, our viewers, over the course of our live streams. Please also check us out on our platforms, BitChute, Library, Odyssey, and the rest. You'll find links under this video. Please also support us as you can via Patreon, Subscribestar, PayPal, and if you can, through Bitcoin. And also, of course, don't forget to look up our shop, look at the amazing things that we offer you there, our wonderful magic mugs, the best coffee and tea mugs in the world. As a world expert on the subject, I can say that definitely, having drunk more cups of tea from more mugs than most people have in their lifetimes. And please also look up our shirts, our 100% cotton shirts, both long-sleeved and short-sleeved, and our hats and hoodies and sweatshirts. And I look forward to you joining me in my next program on this channel, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.